If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe now. Click the bell icon next to it and select All to ensure you don't miss any of my latest videos. When we hear about some mysterious lost civilizations, we feel that there is no way that such things can exist in real life. But when evidence related to them is ever revealed, we feel that those mysterious lost civilizations are not a myth, not a made-up story, but when we feel that they really exist, our thoughts, our imagination, our visualization, everything will change completely. So today in this video we are going to learn about the discovery of a mysterious lost civilization that will completely change our way of thinking. Not only that, but there is another extraordinary mystery that we are also going to discuss in this video. So why not? Let's get into the video. Was Atlantis found near England? When did the whole world actually know about Atlantis? I have been reading and listening to it for a long time, and I am waiting to see if it will be found somewhere. Just like Dwarka is very popular in India, Atlantis is also popular all over the world. However, a recent research has revealed that Atlantis has been hidden for many years near the coast of Britain. The most popular mythical city that everyone thinks does not exist really does exist. An extraordinary mysterious city belonging to an old civilization really does exist. A British historian named Matthews is showing the exact location of this lost city of Atlantis clearly to everyone. He says that Atlantis is located in that area under the earth. There is a name for that area, that name is Rockall. This is a very unknown location, meaning that many people have already visited that location and have also traveled to it many times. But no one thinks that Atlantis is there, but he is very confident that Atlantis is there. In fact, that there are some man-made objects in the area, so there must have been a lost civilization there, but many scientists have started to believe that it was Atlantis. But no one thought that it was Atlantis, because for years they have been looking for Atlantis in different places, but they have not found it in this area. So no one thought that it would be in this area. But he came up with an extraordinary theory that surprised many people, and after learning about it, many people believe that Atlantis did not disappear over time. It is believed that it is hidden at the bottom of the sea, hidden from our eyes. The sea made us all know about this. The Greek writer Plato himself made Atlantis very popular. 2,000 years ago he wrote some books in which he mentioned Atlantis. He also mentioned ancient Greece, which at that time was a phenomenal naval powerhouse. There was a place that was a gathering place that ruled the entire world at that time. They lived on an island. They were very powerful. They even controlled Athens. They fought a war. But at one point, the Atlanteans' power grew exponentially. It could be the technology they had, the knowledge they had, or whatever else they didn't have. They were at a much more advanced stage than any other culture on Earth. Their ego grew stronger. All of this led to their downfall. The day they started thinking that they were above the gods, that's when their downfall began. He wrote in it that God got angry and drowned their entire city in the sea. That's how the most advanced civilization reached the bottom of the sea. Plato mentioned this in his books. In fact, Plato gave us some clues about it. Where is it possible to sink it? Based on that, Matthew started searching in many places. What did Plato say? That Atlantis was a little away from the Strait of Gibraltar and sank there and in the Atlantic Ocean. It sank, and there was once an island in that area that was as big as Libya. He gave hints and said that from Atlantis we can go to any continent, but we have to travel a long way. That is, just like Plato said about North America, there was a long distance from Atlantis to North America, but there was a perfect way to go from Europe to America. So while he was searching for the location of Atlantis, Mazzeo felt that he needed to find a large sunken land mass. But at that time he faced a big problem. That is, basically, there are no sunken continents in the Atlantic Ocean. That is, there are small ones, but they do not match the description that Plato gave about Atlantis. So what did Matthew think Plato about Atlantis? He may have exaggerated, because Plato is a writer who writes stories for a living, so he might be exaggerating them, right? Also, even if Atlantis is real, it may not be as big as Plato says. And at that time Matthew found this location. Rockall is an uninhabited granite island, which is a little off the coast of England. Here we see a large continental crust, and it is a little away from the Strait of Gibraltar. And it almost looks like the kind of location that Plato hinted at, because from there you can go to Iceland, you can go to Greenland, you can go to America, you can even go to Europe. But if this is Atlantis, then the most surprising part here is that Plato knew about America 2,000 years ago. That is, before Columbus discovered America, Plato had an idea about it. It is a very mysterious thing, but how do we know that Rockall is located at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, and in this area, we do not see any civilization on a large scale as we have been imagining about Atlantis for years, but rather a very small civilization-like structure is visible. So what Matthew said is that scientists have noticed some geological activities in this area, which are from ancient times, and because of them, This entire area has been submerged underwater and it is not that easy to navigate because there is a very large amount of soil here. It is like mud, so we cannot track it exactly here, and it is clear that a violent geological event has taken place in this area. Based on that mud, so Atlantis is in this area and it was completely submerged under the water and completely went inside that mud. He believed that and many people accepted that theory. In fact, what he said is that in that area we have some they looked like sculptures, but when they arrived they looked natural, so many people thought they were natural formations. But in fact they are not natural formations, they are not natural rocks. They are all remnants of the then Atlantic city. This is indisputable proof, but many scientists have been accepting it and proving that Atlantis is real. But Atlantis is not as big as we imagined, but it can be said that it is one of the best researches done in recent times. There is no doubt about it. And there is another amazing mystery. Didn't I mention that the portal at Mount Urak is basically a portal to go to another world, and when that portal falls, it opens, and because of it, an entire tribe becomes extinct. It would be very, very mysterious, wouldn't it? The same kind of situation has arisen here. This mountain is in New Mexico. Many Americans people who live in the area, but they don't have much idea about it. This mountain has been in that area for thousands of years. There are many mysteries here. There are disappearances on a large scale in this area. Strange entities are seen like ghosts, and they all come from the underworld. And a portal forms here that takes us to another world. Because of that, a civilization, an entire civilization, has disappeared. This Mount Uraka is very different to see and a very amazing place. Many different tribes have lived here for many years. First, the Navajo tribe lived in this area, then the Apaches and the Anisachis also lived in this area. But what is said about this in every fold floor? That is, this Mount Uraka is a very special place, a place with very supernatural powers, a very mysterious place, and some strange, scary, unexplainable things related to this are still happening. Belief and once a tribe completely disappeared. What happened is that the Anasazi tribe lived on this mountain. It is not known what happened to them. They completely disappeared overnight. Not even their bones were found. There is no way to believe that humans attacked and killed them and buried them. There is no sign of a war in that area. So it is clear that something happened, but no one knows what happened. Some people believe that there are many evil forces in that area. There was a war between them and humans. So they believe that those evil forces killed people and completely ate them. But that is not true either. However, another story is often heard about this. It is that we can open a portal from this mountain. That portal takes us to another world. It can be inside the earth or to another place in space. But it takes us to another world, and that is it creates extreme levels of pressure on us. At that time, 1,000 years ago, these Anasazi people accidentally opened it and went inside and went to another world, and they didn't know how to get back out, so they stayed there. But some historians say that this is all a hoax. This is not true. But many people strongly believe in this. That is why many people still leave the area and no one wants to go near it. Even now, we can see some ancient structures in the area. Scientists are doing research about it, but they haven't found any exact evidence about it. However, in 2003, a tourist climbed the area and set up a campsite there and was sleeping there for the night. At that time, suddenly he saw a vertical blue line outside his tent, and its length was increasing, that is, its width was also increasing. It was growing, so when he looked at it, it seemed to him like a portal opening up. While he was looking, it disappeared. So he did not understand what happened. Also, at one time, a boy disappeared from here. Then in 1940, when some tourists went to this area, they saw that the boy turned into a ghost, and behind him were some other people wearing strange clothes and holding arrows and bows. Those tourists did not understand who they were. So there are many mysteries hidden in this Mount Uraka, but no one has the courage to solve them because everyone is afraid of what will happen if they go there. That is what I can say clearly. So that is why this remains an unsolved mystery. I believe that it will be solved in the future too, but I do not.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to be notified of future uploads. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.